Hi, Fashion Dolls, and we are back. We are back. We are back. It is Wednesday, March 22nd, and welcome to an all new episode of Style by Stevie. Today's special guest has been on two Emmy Award winning shows, Veep and The House of Cards. Today, joining me, we have Kent Sanders, ladies and gentlemen. Let's add him into the live. He's here. All right. So let me go ahead and add him in so that we can get this interview started. Kent, are you on your laptop or your phone? You need to be on your phone. Welcome back, K Tukes. Make sure you guys go and subscribe to my brother K Tukes at the K Tukes spot. Go and check out his platform. Same format, Kent. Sit your phone upright like how mine is sitting, and then I will add you in. We apologize about the tardiness, ladies and gentlemen. I had to get Kent right, making sure that he knows how to join me on the live and everything. And we're going to kick off the show. We apologize for the delay. Please forgive us. Please, please forgive us. All right? Yes, he's here. So I'm going to pin him. I'm going to pin him. Kent, you need to be on your phone because it's not going to work if you're on your laptop. And make sure you're updated as well to go to Play Store and update it. Yes, it says you need the latest version of Instagram so that I can add you. So you need to make sure you're on your phone. Like I'm on my phone, so I'll be able to add you because if you're on your laptop, it's not going to allow me to add you that way. So while we're waiting on Kent, ladies and gentlemen, again, if you guys missed the announcements, joining me tomorrow for Girl Talk, we have actress Tanisha Lynn. Make sure you guys definitely. My mind is everywhere. Please forgive me, y'all. I'm getting texts and everything. But we're going to get Kent right, ladies and gentlemen, all right? So let me see. Kent, are you on your phone or are you on your laptop so that I can add you to the live? Yeah, you need to be on your phone, Kent, so that I can add you to the live, all right? But in case you guys missed it, we have so many great things. Yesterday we had actor Brandon Horton on the show yesterday from BMF. You guys can check him out on Stars BMF and also Atlanta. Definitely go and check that out. He was also on Ellen's Game of Games, so make sure you guys go and check that out as well too. And he has a film dropping pretty soon, so make sure you guys are following him for that. You're here, Kent. You got to be on your phone, baby. You can't be on your laptop. It's not gonna work. So you got to make sure you're on your phone so that I can add you to the live. While we're waiting on Kent, let me see. Make sure you're updated also as well too so that I can add you in to the live and we can get this interview started because we've had the audience waiting. We got the audience waiting in here, Fashion Dolls. So also we have a great lineup next week as well too. So make sure you guys are tuned in for that. And I also want to say thank you guys for just showing the new talk show page some love. Thank you guys so much. And my YouTube channel is also flourishing. So if you have not, make sure you guys head on over right now to YouTube and subscribe to Style by Stevie Daytime. I'm seeing you guys' comments, and so far the feedback has been positive, and I just want to say thank you all for showing your girls so much love and support and just watching the platform every day, whether it's to see what I'm wearing, whether it's to see the amazing guests that I'm having. I do have a surprise for you guys next month, so you guys got to stay tuned. All I'm going to say is it is legendary, so you just got to stay tuned, all right? I'm excited about it. I'm super excited to have these guests coming on next month. So you guys just have to stay tuned. I'm not going to spill a little bit of everything, but all I'm going to say is it's going to be legendary. So stay tuned for that. All right. And what else do I have coming up? We have a girl talk tomorrow with actress Tanisha Lynn. And I know it's been a minute since I've done a girl talk. So make sure you guys are tuned in for that. Let me see if Kent is ready. Kent, are you ready now? Are you on your phone or laptop? Because I can't add you if you're on your laptop. It says you will need the latest version of Instagram. Go to Play Store and update right now so that I can add you, Kent. Because it's not going to work if you're on your laptop. You need to be on your phone so that I can add you in and we can kick off this interview. A little bit of backstory on our guest today. He's been on two Emmy Award winning shows, House of Cards and Veep. Now we all know that House of Cards stars Kevin Spacey, so we're gonna find out what is it like working near Kevin Spacey. It's an amazing show, House of Cards, and it's full of scandal and so much more. So y'all need to definitely, if you have not, go and check out House of Cards, and it should be on Hulu and all of these other platforms as well too to check out. Hey Jay Evans, make sure you guys also go and check out Jay Evans as well too to find out what's been going on with reality TV. Definitely go and check that out as well. Amazing platform. And we did a panel together, and that would have been back in 2022. So make sure you guys go and check out the panel that me, Jay Evans, and K Tubes did together. All right. But yes, we have some amazing guests coming on next week. Rye King is going to be in the building next week. So make sure you guys tune in for that. We have Damian Thompson next week. We have so many amazing guests all the way up until April. April, like I said, is going to be iconic. So that's all I'm going to give you. I can't give away too much. All right. K-Tukes has David coming on next Thursday. So make sure you guys tune into the K-Tuke spot. I've interviewed David back, I want to say season 2. This is when I was just starting out Style by Stevie, finding my way and coming into my own, being a talk show hostess. So definitely tune in for that interview as well. All right. And we have some more collabs coming pretty soon. Hopefully me and my girl, shout outs to her, Tina Marie, will be collab. Our girl is going to be headlining because you guys know that it's the music festival South by Southwest. We are now in the springtime. Everybody is going outside. So make sure you guys go and check it out. All right. Go and support my girl Tina Marie and subscribe to her channel, True Meaning of Radiance. All right. So let me see if Kent is ready so that I can add him in. All right. Kent, go update, baby. Go update so that I can add you into the live. Because if you're on your laptop still, it's not going to let me add you. All right? All right, fashion dolls. So without further ado, while we're waiting on Kent, let me see what else do. Let me just do a little commentary on you're nailing these interviews. Love to hear, Miss Stevie. Thank you. Yesterday I did Blonde. And I chose Blonde because it was a supermodel, Linda Evangelista. I was going for something very vintage. And I know you guys paid attention to the earrings that I had on. I had on little studs today, if you guys are wondering. I wanted to do something that was very classic, very elegant, just vintage. And the vintage looks are the most iconic ones. So I had to go dig in the archives and find those earrings. They are so beautiful. And the pearls, I just love, what's the word that I'm looking for? Flashy. I love over-the-top drama. And when it comes to fashion, fashion should be about drama. Like today, I'm very conservative and natural, as you guys can see, and sexy. This dress is short, so I ain't about to stand up, because we ain't trying to have a Sharon Stone Basic Instinct moment. No more. Yeah, I gave y'all that in, I can't remember. I think K2 said something about it, and it was so funny. So no, I ain't about to stand up and give y'all that. Y'all got a sneak peek. And then Island Yankee texted me like, "Girl, that dress is..." So yeah, no. But yes, I'm loving it. Everything is coming together. Let's do a mental health check-in. I will say this. How am I doing? I'm feeling 100% better. Thank you guys, K2, all of you, for checking on me to make sure that I'm good. I feel great, and you guys can see it today. A lot of rest, a lot of self-care, drinking a lot of water, moisturizing, staying hydrated, making sure that I'm taking care of myself and my well-being, and having conversations with the ones that I love. And in the return, I was making sure that I was keeping in touch with everybody as well, too, to make sure that everybody else is good. Because, we're now in the spring months. It's been cold. They're talking about it's the first day of spring. No, it felt like the first day of winter. It was cold. So for those of you at home who are going through something, if you're watching the platform, just know that I'm going to continue to keep making it my business to make sure that you guys are feeling happy and just having joy in the meantime as well, too, to keep you occupied, because there's so much going on in the world, that we lose sight of who we are. Okay? So let me go ahead and send this live back to Kent. I told this boy to go update. Hopefully he'll join me. He's got to be on his phone. That's the only way that I can add him in, ladies and gentlemen. But we're just catching up. I'm gonna do a little bit of topics and just give my opinion on how I feel about it while we're waiting on Kent to come in. All right. Escape and SWV. Have I been watching the show? Yes, I have been watching the show. And I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna give my thoughts, a little bit, my opinion on this. I will say this. Um, a lot of people are making it seem as like one person is the villain, and we all know who that person is. And I would just say this about her. She is a talented songwriter. She's very talented. She can sing. Because I've seen the subliminals and subs. Like, y'all on Twitter, y'all are ruthless. Y'all don't care. And I'm glad I'm not on Twitter. I can't do it. I can't deal with it daily. It's a lot. It's too much. So I will just say this. Um, so you guys will know where I stand on certain things. While we're waiting on Kent to get here. I'm going to send him live again. I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. That was Kent. I had to. He's still confused on how to work it. This is his first time ever doing this, so we're gonna get it right. But while we're waiting on Kent to get here, Black Twitter definitely goes in, and I will say this to say the least. Um, I will say this to say the least. Um, and I know people who've kind of been through what Tamika's been through with, the parent favoring one child over the other child. And it's crazy to me that you would sit up here and you would tell one of your children that the other child is jealous of the other child. That's favoritism. And it's just like we're competing for mom's attention. And it takes you back to a place where I will just say this, you can't he's still trying to get it, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna get it right. We're gonna get it right. I try to be patient with my guests. Um, listen, you can't put favoritism to another child over another child. And I do believe that something happened. I will just say that. If you know, you know. I do believe it, and I'm trying not to be biased. I'm trying to weigh both sides. She said, that she didn't take anything. I do believe that something happened. Because in the music business, and that's why I kind of touch on a little bit on my platform, giving people the insight on the music business, owning your rights, owning your masters, and that's something that Prince was definitely on before he passed away. And I salute Prince for that. If you are a musician or you are a singer or a songwriter, artist, producer, own the rights to your music. And we've seen it where so many artists have to go back in the studios. We've seen it with Taylor Swift and Ashanti, and they have to go back and re-record their whole album. And that is a process by itself, because the company did something. So make sure you are owning the rights to your music. You know what I'm saying? And I do believe it. I believe Tamika 100%. I believe Tamika. And I don't think the candy is the problem. I think that, Tasha is the problem. I really do. And the thing about it is, you've held on to this grudge for so long. If you wanted to go solo, go solo. Do it. Nobody's stopping you. You know what I'm saying? It's difficult for a lot of artists that are in groups that want to go solo. Beyonce went solo, and Kelly, Michelle, all of them, they went solo and they did their thing in Destiny's Child. And it's difficult for a lot of members that are in other groups to go solo and do what they want to do because they feel as though they're not going to get the success of the lead singer. And that's not the case. You never know until you try it. And I was watching an interview with LaToya Luckett today, and she was saying that when she went solo from Destiny's Child, when the group disbanded or whatever, and the girls went their separate ways, she said it was nerve-wracking because she has her girls, Beyonce, Michelle, all of them, they be on stage right along with her. So when you're in a group and you're on your own, it's nerve-wracking. Even for me, I'm so used to having co-hosts here on the platform, Johnny or EJ or Marco. Now it's just me. You guys just get me and the guest. And it's a balance. I'm usually, we feed off of each other's energy, and not saying that Johnny and the guys are not coming back. They definitely will be back. We are still good. So, but working in a group is different than working on your own. When you're on your own, it's like, okay, this is real. This is real, real, real. So if Tasha really wanted this record deal and her album, you should have. I mean, you did go for it, but Candy wasn't the reason that your album got shelved. So let's debunk that right there. That's one thing that drives me crazy is they're now painting Candy out to be the victim. And another thing that gets me as well also is the colorism. And you know where I'm going with this. Guess who decided to chime in this week and give his 2 cents and opinions on Candy and calling her up? Listen, as a talk show hostess, there are people that are not going to want to interview with you. I've had people that don't want to interview with me. K Tooks can tell you that from experience. We've all faced it. J Evans and K Tooks know it the best to the ability. There are people who are not going to want to interview with you, and you just have to take it and leave it. Go with that. So the color is all right. Is Kent here, ladies and gentlemen? Nope, he's not here. Not yet. I told him to come on back in. While you guys want to know the colorism, where's the colorism? I'm all over the place, but I'm killing time till we get Kit back in here. Let me see. Is Ken in here? Touch on that a little bit later. There we are. Welcome, welcome.
Yeah,
We are here, ladies and gentlemen. Kent, Son, we finally got it right. So, how are you today?
I'm doing great.
It's great to have you here, love. It's great to have you here. We got it right.
I'm sorry about the delay.
No, you are good. You are good. Good. So, how has the month of March been so good for you? We are now, well, yesterday was the first, I think, the first day of spring, and now we're in the middle of March 2023. How's it been going for you thus far?
It's coming along pretty well. I've been doing a lot of extensive training for quite some time, and I'm still continuing on doing it just to get the major roles that I want. And I believe I could become a very inspirational actor in the future. And I believe that I could become involved in a lot of good films or TV
Yes,
shows.
you have such a prolific career, sir. You've been on top shows back to back to back to back to back, critically acclaimed shows, Emmy award-winning shows such as House of Cards and Veep, and we'll get to that in the middle of this interview. Um, but let's start from the beginning, where it all started. All right,
Sure.
you are a native New Yorker, and you originally hail from Hollis, Queens. Now, tell us what was it like growing up in Hollis, Queens in the beginning as a little boy? Did you always knew that acting was a passion of yours? And if so, at what age did you discover it and say, okay, this is something that I want to do?
I was born in New York, of course, but when I was like 1 or 2 years old, I moved to Maryland. And then when I moved to Maryland, when I was that age, and then I think when I was in high school, I got involved with more in art and science. And then suddenly, when I got in my 30s, I decided to become an actor because I think I have that determination and will to do anything as being part of that field. So I do have a lot of passion for it.
Now, one thing you're known for, Kent, is your very distinctive voice. Now, you've done a lot of roles in commercials, of course, television as well. Now, voiceover, have you looked into that? Is that something that you're looking into? Because one thing you're known for is your voice.
Absolutely. Voiceover, I know I could do it though because I have that my voice will carry into a point where I could become very proficient with it. So voiceover is a another field I could enjoy doing too.
And it's very unique. Like instantly, if you would have put you in a crowd of people, your voice would just stand out. We would know your voice automatically. Now, let's get to some of your work because, like I said, you have a very extensive catalog of work. All right, shall we? You've done House of Cards, which is an Emmy Award winning show, alongside Robin Wright and Kevin Spacey. You've done For My Man on TV One, which is another one of my favorites. You've done Veep, which is also an Emmy Award show. with Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Now, tell us, what was it like getting the call back to be on all of these platforms? And if you had to choose, which one holds a very special place to your heart?
I um I think since I did a lot of feature work there for House of Cards, it'll I think it'll help a lot because I'm in political drama, and also drama is very I I love to be part of drama because it gets you your adrenaline going, and then you feel that you could become. It could probably help me with the comedy part too, just like Deep.
Now, speaking of IT, now prior to acting, you've studied IT networking security and you received a certification from the Chubb Institute. How dope is that? And what was the process like for you?
It was very it's like a tendency. I have a lot of tendencies to develop myself in a different passion, but science is also have helped
Yeah.
with my networking to make it more friendly or compatible to me.
Yes, and it goes hand in hand. Like one of the actors that I interviewed, I think it was last week, said that he did something with engineering and science, technology, all of that goes hand in hand because you could want to step behind the lens and produce and direct. So could you see yourself producing and directing in the future?
It's it's a possibility, yes.
Okay. And I linked you up with one of our favorites. I've interviewed him and I linked you up and I paired you up with him, Devon Tatum. Has Devon given you any advice or pointers along the way?
Absolutely, absolutely. He has, and he helped me with some parts that I really get my assistant training from.
Yes, absolutely. Because being an actor in this business, you have to be able to learn how to be multifaceted with it. You have to be able to learn how to produce, direct, and so much more. And I see that in the future with you because you have, like I said, a very extensive catalog of work. It goes on and on from For My Man, Little Yellow, No Way, Go, Bring It, and We'll Bring It. We Will Bring It, and The Rim of the Edge. Like it goes on and on. So you've done some theater as well too. So which do you prefer doing the most, theater or film?
I think film will give me. I have a presence of doing film because my looks, my got a distinguishing look, so I could do film. But
And
theater,
you're very, very tall. You're very tall, so you got it, and your voice. So it's like you're unique in your own way, and that's what sets you aside from other actors. Now, growing up, who were some of your favorite actors that you looked up to?
sure. I'll start with the females, then some of the gentlemen.
Okay.
Okay. Um, I think Candice Burton was a good actor or actress, and I'll go with Meryl Streep because she
Oh,
had the master of different voices, and, and then I'll go with Julia Roberts,
oh, Pretty Woman.
and,
Yes,
and
great
then
choice.
finally I'll go with she's an old timer. I'm gonna go with Dorothy Dandridge, and now I'm gonna go with the man now. So I think Samuel Jackson, with his voice, he could rise it and lower it down any way he wants. And I just go with Clark Gable,
Okay.
and
Yeah,
then I'll just go with another guy named Earl Jones. Earl. I'm sorry, Earl Jones.
James Earl Jones.
Yeah,
That's one of the greats. He is
and
one of.
and and finally I'll go with Christopher Walken.
Ooh. And I feel like he doesn't get his just due. Everybody, as you mentioned, Samuel Jackson and James Earl Jones, we're familiar with them, but Christopher Walken was just a one of a kind. He was original all on his own. So I'm looking at your training here, and you've done Shakespeare, you've done acting masterclass, acting intensive, commercial intensive. Now, you've done so much training. Which one was the most enduring? Because I know that it's a process for everything getting into this business. If you want to become an actor, and to those who are out there watching that want to get into the acting aspect, they think it's just lights, camera, action. Yes, it's that, but it's the process that goes behind it as well, to the willpower and the drive. And I said this yesterday when I did my interview with Brandon Horton, because Brandon Horton has done BMF on Stars, and he's also done Atlanta. You both have been on hit shows. So my goodness, it's a lot that goes into it. What are some what keeps you going? What motivates you to keep going through your training?
I really, I'll say for myself that since I've been doing the training, I think it's longevity, of course, but you always want to have an acting coach, or you want to do something with your voice. Like for me, example, I'm keep working on my voice to become more proficient, and then I bring myself to a point where I found out that I updated myself on also I could be a model too. I found out that out, or actually discovered that I could become a model too.
Definitely. Definitely, you've got the height requirements, and you another thing that people don't know about you is that you're very athletic. You are a sports fan and you are a fitness expert. Now, how important is that into becoming an actor as well too? Because I know that it all goes hand in hand.
It gives you a lot of energy, and you have the level of fitness to become in good shape, and then you got to eat real well, and also you want to drink that water all the time just to get yourself um, a way of making yourself healthy. And I'm always looking forward to making myself healthier than uh, just to keep my performance up or unmatch it.
Yeah. And you've done a lot with baseball. You've excelled in baseball, basketball, football, track and field, weightlifting, and pool as well too. Now, another thing people don't know about you is you've done improv, comedy, drama, voiceover, stage combat, combat training, and stunt training. Now, stunt training, because I've interviewed actors who've done stunt work as well too. It will take a lot out of you. And literally, like one guy that I interviewed, he said, "Well, my arm caught off." I said, "Oh Lord." So to the people at home watching, could you tell them that this is not fake? This is real. And if this is something that you want to do, be prepared for the consequences that come behind it.
Yeah. Um, during I heard that a while back though on the Titanic though the movie Titanic, a lot of people got
Yeah.
injured from that boat incident. So I just figured that you got to be very careful which road that you're going to get involved in. So you got to be very very careful with that.
And And I interviewed Anthony Velvet Hall, who is a pro wrestler
Mm.
and actor as well too. We had the conversation on uh, real life and what you see on television. What you see on television, yes, it's television, but in real life, you can injure yourself if you are not
Absolutely.
trained properly. And that was the advice that he basically given to people who want to get into wrestling or mixed martial arts. You have to be trained to do this. And with acting, it's the same thing that goes as well too. If you want to be a stunt trainer, there's somebody who's coordinating them and teaching them along the way as well too. So make sure you are going to them. Don't try to do anything on your own. That's why they always give a warning, do not try this at home, because you can run the risk of injuring yourself. So please make sure
Absolutely.
that you are going out here getting the professionals to help you along the way of acting or doing stunts or any kind of sports is something that you want to do. You make sure you go to professional training and they can help you along the way as well. Now, you've done some Shakespeare as well too. That's part of your training. So how difficult is Shakespeare? Because a lot of people just like, I can't really get into it. And I know I had to do it during my high school years. So for you, was Shakespeare easy and you just dive right into it, or was it challenging along the way?
At the beginning, though, to be honest, though, I thought Shakespeare was not for African Americans, to be honest.
Right.
But and then secondly, I had to do it because I had to reflect my voice more to work on that aspect just to get a way that I could kind of like make my voice go up and down in a different ways. And then when I took voiceover class, I finally realized that I could utilize my voice in different ways, like Jamaican accent or urban accent or some kind of like a British accent, believe it or not, because this to give me like, for example, like I always like to do the one with James Bond, on every Bond, James Bond, or
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh. If you watch that cartoon Yu-Gi-Oh, hey Yui, come back, and then some people say I'm southern voice, like, hey, hey man, what's going on?
And what's so crazy is I was watching your reels and your accents are on point, spot on. So if the director or producer or whoever calls for any type of specific accent, you master it effortlessly. You deliver. And through everything you've done throughout your careers, outstanding projects. So that's why I asked you to come on my platform. And we're just proud of you. You're doing well. You're doing excellent. And we love your work. You have so many things that you've done throughout your career. I could go on and on. Water in a broken glass, cashing out. What does God want me to do? Mike's mom. It's so many that you've done. Now, what does family say when they see you on television? Because I know it must be a shock to them as well too.
At the beginning, though, they thought it was like it was just like no, he can't be an actor because we saw other actors and actresses do their job on TV, but they saw me on For My Man though. They was impressed and asked me how I got the job, and I just applied for it, and then I had a friend of mine. He say he saw me on a House of Cards walking Freddie neighborhood. Unfortunately, the gentleman who did Freddie, he passed away, but they saw me on the House of Cards, and then I went to the grocery store one time and in my neighborhood. This lady recognized me, and she said, "Were you on For My Man?" And I was impressed though. I thought she didn't recognize me. It was kind of like not shocking, but it was kind of like thrilling to see that happen. But, a lot of
Took you
my
back to
friends,
time.
though, to be honest, they they believe I can become an actor or a model.
You have the talent to do it all. You just put your mind to it, and that you do. And we've seen you right before our very eyes because we've seen the reel that you posted, and then the reel that I seen as well too, where you were speaking in a different accent. So it's just amazing how you're able to transcend right before our very eyes and change into a different character. And it goes back to what I was saying. Shout outs to my girl, Ro Underwood. She did Raising Canine, which is the spinoff for Ghost Power. I haven't really been watching like that, but I know my girl did Raising Canine, and I said this to her. I said, "Girl, you have range." So that's what they're looking for actors to get in the business is that you have to have range and you have to be willing to change and do different characters. That's what producers and directors are looking for, and that is the key thing in the acting business as well. So for you, when you're not on set, what does Kent do in his spare time? Because I'm pretty sure you're always reinventing or, putting an idea in a character. Do you have any input into some of your characters that you portray?
Um, I, um, in the acting field, it's more, or industry, it's more like an educational theater to me. And I look at it as educational theater because it gives me a very I just want to know why they do that or what happened or what makes them become involved in something like that. But it's like I think um, I could do more like a forwarded role, or I could do probably some comedy.
Okay, okay. So comedy, definitely. I could see that for you in the future and so much more and more to come. Now, we're going to play some games here with Kent, and then we're going to get into our Women's History Month because it's Women's History Month celebrating us and our contributions that we brought to the world. And then I'm going to give you guys the final thought. And if you guys have any questions for Kent, feel free to type them in the comments. All right. So we're going to start off with the rapid five. All right. So I have to ask Ken, you have to tell me five things you can't live without. And it can be your favorite drink, your favorite football team, it can be your favorite basketball team, it can be your favorite TV show, family, whatever runs through your mind, and the top five things. All right. And then the next one we are going to do is called Turn the Tables. And this is where my guests get to ask me questions for the new viewers out there to get to know a little bit about me and the platform. All right. It can be fashion related, beauty, whatever you want to know, as many questions as you want. So we're going to start off with the rapid five. What are five things that Kent can't live without?
Food like lamb,
Okay.
chicken, and fish. And I'll
Okay.
just say something like um, warm weather,
Definitely that.
and my third one, it's gonna be like um, I like watch some old movies and old TV shows, and
Okay.
and I always like New York cheesecake.
Okay. That is definitely a New Yorker thing. And by the way, my father's from New York, so I know all about the New York cheesecake, and the slices of pizza are huge. They're massive compared to the pieces down here in South Carolina.
Yeah,
So if you haven't been to New York, if you know, you know. Okay.
and
And that is, yes. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
and then finally I'll say I like to live around the beach if
Okay.
I have my
That
chance. So I love the beach.
manifestation, come on. It's going to happen.
Mm.
It's going to happen. If you keep doing this, giving us these amazing roles and so much, it's definitely going to happen. All right. So that is Kent's rapid five, ladies and gentlemen. So we are going to look at there. Hey, cousin. And that is from Fresh Princess Brie. So you have family coming in here to look at you, Kent. And now we're doing something called Turn the Tables. And this is where my guests get to ask me questions. For my new viewers out there that are watching, you get to know a little bit about me. I'm new to some. This is Reynota. Renota?
Renata.
Nada. Yes, your cousin, you have family watching. Before we get to the turn the tables, how does it feel to know that family is watching you?
It's nice to see that, and it's a blessing.
It's amazing to have family backing you and supporting you 100% in your passions and your endeavors. It's for me, it's overwhelming all the love and support that I get, but there is nothing like family. I wouldn't be here without them. So I know my mom is the main one that I give thanks to, and my cousins, and so many others that just watch the platform. Even classmates watch the show here. So I'm thankful for that. All right, fashion dolls, it is time to turn those tables. And for my new viewers out there, new to some of you, the new viewers, and not new to you, you kind of get to know a little bit about me through Kit's questioning. So whatever he asks me, I have, whether it's fashion, beauty related, it's a way to break the velvet rope so that my guests can get to know a little bit about me. All right. So I'm gonna pass it on down to Kent. Take it away. Are you thinking of a question?
Yeah. What's my favorite colors? Huh.
My favorite colors. What is my favorite
Yeah.
colors? I love Pink. I love Pink. I'm such a girly girl. You guys have seen Legally Blonde, and everything in her room was pink. So pink is definitely my color, but I love blue. So I've been going into like greens, like your background is green, pastel colors, especially during the springtime. I love bright colors. I'm a colorful person. And the only time you'll see me do like muted colors or neutral tone colors is when I want to be toned down. And that's like in the fall months. But you'll see me pull out the rich plums and burgundies. But I love pink. That is my favorite color.
Hmm. And what's your favorite actors and actresses?
My favorite actress. Angela Bassett is my favorite
Yeah.
actress. It's a tough one. I had to just think of somebody on the spot because you said one. I would have said Viola Davis, but I love them both, so I'm gonna just go with Angela. Um, my favorite actor. Who is my favorite actor? Right now, I would say Jonathan Majors. Amazing actor. He did an excellent job in The Harder We Fall. He's in Creed 3, and he's hot right now. Everybody's talking about Jonathan, so I would have to say Jonathan Majors. So yeah,
And let's see. Um, so what's your wisdom? Where you like to, if you have the choice, though, where you love to live the most?
I would have to say Thailand. It's beautiful, and I'm used to nature and just calm scenery, and that's why you guys see me in the middle of the day or wherever post these beautiful images of just like a garden or like an indoor type of tropical field thing. But I love beautiful imagery, so I would have to say Thailand. Yeah.
Okay. And I think, what is your favorite dessert or favorite food?
Everybody knows my favorite food. And I was asked that question a few days back. It is pepperoni pizza. If you know me, that is my guilty pleasure. That is my weakness. You don't even have to cook me a 5 course meal. Just bring home a box of pepperoni pizza, and that will make me happy. So that is my favorite food. All right, fashion dolls. I think that is it for our questions with the turn the table segment. We did the rapid five and the turn the table segment. While we're waiting on you guys to type the questions, we're going to get into our woman that we're honoring for Women's History Month. And it is none other than our girl, Missy Elliott. And I chose her because she has broken so many barriers for women in the hip hop world, in the music industry. We know that everything is so male dominated. And even for me being a talk show host, I've had to climb so many obstacles to get where I'm at. So let's get a little bit in the backstory of our girl, Missy, all right? She's given so many contributions to the music world, especially for hip hop. Now, this year, in February 2nd, she received the 2023 Recording Academy Honors Global Impact Award presented by the Black Music Collective. Now, she's known for her multi-platinum hits, including Work It and Lose Control, which features Ciara, all of which she wrote and produced. Missy was also the first female rapper to be inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame, and this is in 2019. Now, she became the first female hip hop artist to be nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. This is breaking barriers for women of color like myself and so many other female hip hop artists. So today we salute Missy Elliott for International Women's History Month. All right. And the final thought of the day comes from Estee Lauder. Um, this quote comes from Estee Lauder, the woman herself who created the brand, which is an iconic cosmetics company. No one ever became a success without taking chances. One must be able to recognize the moment and seize it without delay. So that means when you have an opportunity or whenever something is given to you or you're blessed with it, like I know Kent can relate to this as well as myself and to anybody who's watching who's ever decided to just take a leap of faith. And you do it because you know that it's right for you. You're in that moment, you're in your prime in your life, and you're just like, this is my time, this is my moment. It could be taking a movie role, it can be taking a production uh, taking an order to be a producer on set or wherever it may be. But whenever you know that it's your moment, you take that opportunity. And one of my favorite things is live life through fire. And I say it all the time at the end of every show. Live life through fire, which means live life with passion. And if you know that acting or hosting a talk show is something that you want to do, go for it. And I'm not going to get on my soapbox and stop preaching, but I want you guys to be happy. If you know that this is something that you're passionate about doing, go for it. To be honest, I always knew that hosting a talk show or a platform or public speaking was something that I wanted to do at a very, very young age. We know instantly at a young age that we have a God given gift and talent. And I have the ability to make people feel calm. I have the ability to make people feel comfortable. I have the ability to make people have amazing conversations. I have the ability to bring people together. Like I just created a group randomly. I put Devon and Kent together, and I've had Devon on the show, and now it's Kent's turn. So I put both of these gentlemen together, and I said, I want you two to network and collab on something. And they've been talking behind the scenes. So it's amazing when you put people that are in the same category and arena together who do the same thing. Because in this business, the entertainment business is very likely, it's very competitive because be it an actor or producer, it's like, okay, you got, for example, Spielberg versus Spike Lee. And it's just like every director or producer or writer is doing their own thing. So while they're doing their own thing, they can celebrate each other. And that's the way I feel about it. So I definitely agree with Estee Lauder on this, which is you can never have success without taking chances. And trust me, believe me, I've had to change and begin again. And Ali Yankee or K Toots can attest to that. I've had so many things happen just throughout the past few months, and I've had to start over and begin again and rebrand and everything. It's a process, and it's still a journey, but I'm happy that I restarted over for the journey. It's amazing, and I wouldn't change it for the world. So that's my final thought of the day, ladies and gentlemen. So Kent, before we wrap up, because I don't think we have any other questions, what are some words of encouragement that you live by? What is one piece of advice that you've been given, and what advice would you give to people who want to become actors? Because you also want to get into modeling as well too. And I've interviewed some models on my platform, and a lot of people think that it's just a piece of cake. But what advice would you give to young people who are wanting to follow in your footsteps? Because you have, again, I keep saying it over and over again, you have an exquisite catalog of work. When I went through and I read your credits and everything you've done, I was like, awesome, outstanding. So, what advice would you give to people who want to get into acting?
Um, it's regrettably, it's not the easiest business in the world, but it's
Mhm.
you gotta have a passion, but don't worry about the money or fame. But you want to educate yourself to a certain degree, and then you want to make that a primary point of your life, just to become, you got to keep on working at it and at it, just like longevity.
Absolutely. And that again, it goes back to that passion as well too. So if you know that this is something that you want to do, sign up for acting courses. I know when the pandemic first hit, a lot of people were just going crazy, like we're having to take these classes and self-tape and do these things virtually. Now things have opened back up. So if you want to go to a casting call or audition, make sure that this is something that you want to do. You can go to training, proper training. I'm telling you, there's so many acting coaches out here. There's so many trainers who can help you if you want to get into acting or modeling or hosting a platform. I'm pretty sure there's so many other platforms. K Toops, you can reach out to him. Jay Evans, myself, we can all help you if you're looking to get into the business of becoming a content creator or hosting a talk show or platform. It takes a lot because I do it 5 days a week. And these gentlemen that I named, they're like my brothers, Jay Evans and K2. They can attest to that. It takes a lot to host a talk show and platform. And I'm pretty sure Sherry Shepard, Jennifer Hudson, they do it. You got to get up way early in the morning. You got to grind if this is something that you're passionate about doing. So Kent isn't lying about that. So this is an amazing conversation. I had a great time, Kent. Let everyone know where they can follow you.
Sure. I'll be around for quite some time.
Definitely. So we definitely will put your information. It is Kent Sanders 32. We pinned it. So make sure you guys go and follow him. Our guest will be joining me tomorrow, my girl Tanisha Lynn, for some girl talk. So make sure you guys tune in at 4 for that. I love you all, Fashion Dolls, and thank you all so much for tuning in to Style by Stevie today. We talked briefly on what was going on with Escape and SWV on their show. So make sure you guys tune in for tomorrow. We have a girl talk. Our girl Tanisha Lynn is going to be joining us. So make sure y'all tune in for that. I love y'all and y'all be safe. And this interview will be uploaded to Style by Stevie Daytime. So if you're not subscribed to Style by Stevie Daytime, baby, what are you doing? You need to head on over there right now to YouTube and subscribe to Style by Stevie Daytime. And also like the talk show page as well to Style by Stevie. We have a new page up. We had to start all over. So again, thank you all for your love and continued support and just viewing to see whether what I'm going to be wearing or the amazing guests. Like, it's been a great week. So we love you guys and you guys take care.
All right. Thanks.